About Big Data Hadoop Certification Training Course.
It is a comprehensive Hadoop Big Data training course designed by industry experts considering current industry job requirements to provide in-depth learning on big data and Hadoop modules. This is an industry-recognized Big Data certification training course that is a combination of the training courses in Hadoop Developer, Hadoop Administrator, Hadoop Testing, and Analytics. This Cloudra Hadoop training will prepare you to clear Big Data certification.
What you will learn in this Big Data Hadoop online training course.
Master fundamentals of Hadoop 2.7 and Yarn and write applications using them. Setting up pseudo-node and multi-node cluster on Amazon EC2. Master HDFS, MapReduce, Hive, Pig, Oozie, Sqoop, Flume, Zookeeper, Base. Learn Spark, Spark SQL, Streaming, Data Frame, RDD, Graphs, writing Spark applications. Master Hadoop administration activities like cluster managing, monitoring, administration and troubleshooting. Configuring ETL tools like Pentaho, Talent to work with MapReduce, Hive, Pig, etc. Detailed understanding of big data analytics, configuring Kerberos on Hadoop cluster. Hadoop testing applications using Mr. Unit and other automation tools. Work with Avro data formats. Practice real-life projects using Hadoop and Apache Spark. Be equipped to clear Big Data Hadoop certification.
Who should take this Big Data Hadoop online training course?
Programming developers and system administrators. Experienced working professionals, project managers. Big Data Hadoop developers eager to learn other verticals like testing, analytics, administration. Mainframe professionals, architects and testing professionals. Business intelligence, data warehousing and analytics professionals. Graduates, undergraduates eager to learn the latest big data technology can take this Big Data Hadoop certification online training.
What are the prerequisites for taking this Hadoop certification training?
There is no prerequisite to take this big data training and to master Hadoop. But basics of Unix, SQL and Java would be good. At IntelliPat, we provide complimentary Unix and Java course with our big data certification training to brush up the required skills so that you are good on your Hadoop learning path.
Why you should go for Big Data Hadoop online training. Global
Hadoop market to reach $84.6 billion by 2021, Allied Market Research. Shortage of 1.4–1.9 million Hadoop data analysts in U.S. alone by 2018. McKinsey. Hadoop administrator in the U.S. can get a salary of $123,000, Indeed.com. Big data is fastest growing and most promising technology for handling large volumes of data for doing data analytics. This Big Data Hadoop training will help you to up and running in the most demanding professional skills. Almost all the top MNC are trying to get into Big Data Hadoop, hence there is a huge demand for certified big data professionals. Our Big Data online training will help you to upgrade your career in big data domain. Hadoop courses developer admin architect. Proficiency MapReduce, Spark, base cluster schedule, monitor, provision includes all components. Audience analytics, by, ETL personnel, coders, mainframe. QA personnel includes audience of both. Average salaries $100,000, $123,000, $172,000.
What Hadoop projects you will be working on?
Project 1, working with MapReduce, Hive, Sqoop. Topics: as part of this Big Data Hadoop certification training, you will undergo the project which involves working on the various Hadoop components like MapReduce, Apache Hive, and Apache Sqoop. Work with Sqoop to import data from relational database management system like MySQL data into HDFS. Deploy Hive for summarizing data, querying and analysis. Convert SQL queries using HiveQL for deploying MapReduce on the transferred data. You will gain considerable proficiency in Hive and Sqoop after completion of this project. Project 2, work on Movie Lens data for finding top records. Data, Movie Lens dataset. Topics: in this project you will work exclusively on data collected through Movie Lens available rating datasets. The project involves the following important components. You will write a MapReduce program in order to find the top 10 movies by working in the data file. Learn to deploy Apache Pig. Create the top 10 movies list by loading the data. Work with Apache Hive and create the top 10 movies list by loading the Project 3, Hadoop Yarn Project, End-to-End POC. Topics. In this big data project you will work on a live Hadoop Yarn project. Yarn is part of the Hadoop 2.0 ecosystem that lets Hadoop to decouple from MapReduce and deploy more competitive processing and wider array of applications. You will work on the Yarn Central Resource Manager. The salient features of this project include importing of movie data, appending the data, using Sqoop commands to bring the data into HDFS, end-to-end flow of transaction data, processing data using MapReduce program in terms of the movie data, etc. Project 4, Partitioning Tables in Hive. Topics. This project involves working with Hive table data partitioning. Ensuring the right partitioning helps to read the data, deploy it on the HDFS, and run the MapReduce jobs at a much faster rate. Hive lets you partition data in multiple ways like manual partitioning, dynamic partitioning, bucketing. This will give you hands-on experience in partitioning of Hive tables manually, deploying single SQL execution in dynamic partitioning, bucketing of data so as to break it into manageable chunks. Project 5, Connecting Pentaho with Hadoop Ecosystem. Topics. This project lets you connect Pentaho with the Hadoop ecosystem. Pentaho works well with HDFS, Base, Uzi and Zookeeper. You will connect the Hadoop cluster with Pentaho Data Integration, Analytics, Pentaho Server and Report Designer. Some of the components of this project include the following. Clear hands-on working knowledge of ETL and business intelligence. Configuring Pentaho to work with Hadoop distribution. Loading, transforming and extracting data into Hadoop cluster. Project 6, Multi-Node Cluster Setup. Topics. This is a project that gives you opportunity to work on real-world Hadoop multi-node cluster setup in a distributed environment. The major components of this project involve running a Hadoop multi-node using a 4-node cluster on Amazon EC2. Deploying of MapReduce job on the Hadoop cluster. You will get a complete demonstration of working with various Hadoop cluster master and slave nodes, installing Java as a prerequisite for running Hadoop, installation of Hadoop and mapping the nodes in the Hadoop cluster. Hadoop multi-node cluster setup using Amazon EC2, creating 4-node cluster setup. Running MapReduce jobs on cluster. Project 7, Hadoop testing using Mr. Topics. In this project you will gain proficiency in Hadoop MapReduce code testing using MRUnit. You will learn about real-world scenarios of deploying MRUnit, Mockito, and PowerMock. Some of the important aspects of this project include writing unit tests using MRUnit for MapReduce applications. Doing mock static methods using PowerMock and Mockito. MapReduce driver for testing the map and reduce pair. After completion of this project you will be well versed in test-driven development and will be able to write lightweight test units that work specifically on the Hadoop architecture. Project 8, Hadoop Weblog Analytics. Data, Weblogs. Topics. This project is involved with making sense of all the weblog data in order to derive valuable insights from it. You will work with loading the server data onto a Hadoop cluster using various techniques. The various modules of this project include aggregation of log data, processing of the data and generating analytics. The weblog data can include various URLs visited, cookie data, user demographics, location, date and time of web service access, etc. In this project you will transport the data using Apache Flume or Kafka, workflow and data cleansing using MapReduce, Pig or Spark. The insight thus derived can be used for analyzing customer behavior and predict buying patterns. Project 9, Hadoop Maintenance. Topics. This project is involved with working on the Hadoop cluster for maintaining and managing it. You will work on a number of important tasks like administration of distributed file system, checking the file system, working with name node directory structure, audit logging, data node block scanner, balancer, learning about the properties of safe mode, entering and exiting safe mode, HDFS federation and high availability, failover, fencing, dist, Hadoop file formats.
Apache Spark projects.
Project 1, Movie Recommendation. Topics. This is a hands-on Apache Spark project deployed for the real-world application of movie recommendations. This project helps you gain essential knowledge in SparkMap, which is a machine learning library. You will know how to create collaborative filtering, regression, clustering and dimensionality reduction using SparkMap. Upon finishing the project, you will have first-hand experience in the Apache Spark streaming data analysis, sampling, testing, statistics among other vital skills. Project 2, Twitter API integration for tweet analysis. Topics. This is a hands-on Twitter analysis project using the Twitter API for analyzing of tweets. You will integrate the Twitter API, do programming using the various scripting languages like Ruby, Python, PHP for developing the essential server-side codes. Finally, you will be able to read the results for various operations by filtering, parsing, and aggregating it depending on the tweet analysis requirement. Project 3, Data Exploration using Spark SQL, Wikipedia Dataset. Topics. In this project you will be using the Spark SQL tool for analyzing the Wikipedia data. You will gain hands-on experience in integrating Spark SQL for various applications like batch analysis, machine learning, visualizing and processing of data, ETL processes along with real-time analysis of data.
Find Big Data Hadoop training in other cities.
Bangalore, Melbourne, Chicago, Hyderabad, San Francisco, London, Toronto, New York, India, Los Angeles, Sydney, Dubai, Pune, Houston, Singapore, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai.